players here the last 24 hours. Just what's your message to the team going forward?
Yeah, right back to business. I know it's easier said than done, and this lineup we're going forward with is not much different than what we played with beginning of the season with all those injuries. Obviously, you're taking some key parts out with Bert and Rass and Phil, but we've won with this roster in the past, and we'll expect to do it again.
What did you tell the team this morning?
Just that, that's the business part of it. We'll move beyond it. I understand there's going to be raw emotions to that. We're sensitive to those, especially some of the relationships and friendships. But this organization's building. This is what it looks like. It doesn't affect anything we're going to do moving forward. And we expect the most out of everyone tonight. And, that's pretty much the message.
What's it like for you? You've talked about the coach-manager layer. I mean, this is your first time head coaching an NHL team. Does Steve tell you, okay, this is
exactly why you have that layer. I coach the players. He manages the team. It's protective of me. Even within this past week, these 3 exciting, unbelievable extensions we had. That's Steve's job. Players know that, so it's exactly why you have that coach-player layer. So not very hard for me.
So are you calling anybody up at this point?
Ernie will come up tonight.
Ernie is?
Yep.
It's so immediate. But Dylan comes out here the day after he signs his extension, and he's, in tears talking about Bertuzzi.
Yep.
He said it sucks, and then he did talk about the future and, building sustainable hockey. How do you think the guys kind of took the news?
It was probably that. That's what I'm talking about earlier with raw emotions. And even my message, I understand that, and you should have those emotions. You should feel those emotions this afternoon. You should feel those emotions after the game, tomorrow. But it's about the guys next to you now, and our first opportunity is tonight. So I think it's all part of it. It was interesting to see the reaction. The veteran guys, it was really business as usual. I didn't really see much of a reaction. Some of the younger guys, this was new. This stung a little bit. It's probably the reality of where we're going. I know obviously Steve's going to be able to talk more in depth tomorrow on some maybe specifics of the deadline, but I don't know if this was going to be any different no matter what happened in Ottawa. No, I don't know if this is any different with us winning 7 of 8, putting us in that situation. Hate losing Bert. Been a really good person. Even Bert's game, he's been trying to come around with his team game. He's been limiting turnovers. Those extended minute 20 shifts that he has in his game. He's shortened his shifts up for the betterment of the team. He's done a lot of good things, and Phil's having a career year. But I think those are both in the probably offers you just simply can't refuse type thing. So expect the raw emotions, but I also expect our guys to perform accordingly tonight. No. Ernie will be in for Verona.
Derek, do you have an update on Michael? Could we see him this season or Rasmussen?
Again, probably indefinitely. I'd be surprised if we see him this season. But the exact time frame, just the nature of the injury, it's obviously significant with the week-to-week, him being out indefinitely. But I would be surprised if we see him this season. Not yet. Nope. I think Osterley's coming around. He skated this morning. We'll see how he does tomorrow. Hopefully he's available for us on Saturday.
Derek, what did you know or think about Dylan before you got here? And what did you
It's a great question because, obviously such an emotional roller coaster last week or so with losing these players. But, man, the excitement of the 3 signings we've had over this week was, exciting. And really great signings for the organization. For Dylan, I think his play speaks for himself. Things we've asked of Dylan and closed doors he's done. He's been a great leader. Sometimes things have been uncomfortable this year, and he's acted accordingly, trying to get this organization to the next level. I generally just like Dylan as a person, and I like working with him as a captain. So I was absolutely ecstatic. Like, maybe jumped athletically about 2 inches in the air and a fist pump, just because I know how significant that is, and I just enjoy working with him and what we're trying to build here. So that was exciting.
I know I'm talking about the additions, and when you have the extensions with him and Jake and everything like that. And I know it's Steve's job to get those done, but is there any point where you're part of those conversations and talking about guys, hey, this is what we're gonna do?
No.
Term or anything?
No, Steve will lean on me at times. What do you feel of this player? Not you've had him this long. What do you feel about this? But he's got a vision. He's got a plan. We talk through everything. Nothing he does, he doesn't let me know. But again, that's the layer. Even with the guys, it's been easy. Dale and I haven't talked about it once. It was whenever we talk, it's what's going on in his life, the business of our team, no different than anybody in that UFA. And again, that's the beauty of the coach-manager split.
Derek, is scratching Rana tonight just your decision, or
Yeah,
is that
that's a
joint you and
no,
Steve?
no. That's a game. That's not a asset.
Okay. And
No.
what's the reasoning?
Probably with Ernie more help our penalty kill. So it's a body helping our penalty kill. And I think Verona, he's trying, he's still doing things, but there's some things within his game I think he wants to continue to work on, just like anyone else. When we've been successful around here, we've limited mistakes, we've limited turnovers, we played a good team game. So I think it had more to do with Adam and our need on the penalty kill with losing Rass.
I think I just asked you this question about not letting your team get too high, not letting your team get too low, talking about a high moment. Now there's been a mix of those high and low moments. How are you trying to keep that even keel?
That's a great question, because this is a little different because it's raw emotion. The other stuff is hockey. It's work. It's you win 5 in a row, 7 of 8, stay even killed, concentrate on our execution. When you lose 3 in a row, same thing, stay even keeled. Talk about our execution, get our game back in order tonight. But this was a little different because this is raw. I think I had to go a little deeper, a little bit in the and the goals of what we're trying to accomplish tonight. So, but it's the same message. You got to give this group credit. We've proved a lot of people wrong. I know it's only early in the season, but we've proved a lot of people wrong to even be at this point. And our goal is to prove even more people wrong down the stretch here.
Plan to play Sherrod on the right side, and how do you think he would handle that?
Yeah, we're going to play Sherrod on the right side, and obviously, you're losing a right shot D in Phil. I think that's something we're probably going to look at down the stretch here, and something that may be looked at going forward. Right shot D are just tough to come by. So getting some players comfortable, see how they react in their offside, will be something we probably play with down the stretch here.
Has he done it before, do you know?
Yeah, oh yeah, I think, yes, for sure. Those guys, Ollie's done it in the past. Hake's done it a lot, was comfortable with it. So, yeah, we'll play around with that quite a bit.
Last summer, you talked about when you came here how you were a relationship-based coach. How has your relationship with Dylan evolved?
I think great, and I give him credit. It wasn't easy. Just we're trying to get out of our comfort here. We're trying to grow here. Just what we asked him within his own game. Be more responsible in his end, manage the puck a little bit better, play winning hockey, and he's done all that. And then what we've asked of him on the leadership. So that's maybe a question for Dylan, but again, I really like my relationship with Dylan. I generally like him as a person, generally like him as a captain, what he's trying to do here.
Looking at tonight, what do you want to see differently out of this team than we saw in that back-to-back against Ottawa?
Well, special teams, obviously. And then just we've been pretty responsible with not giving up odd man situations. And even on Tuesday night, we only gave up 4. They literally turned the whole game around. Breakaway, penalty shot, 1-1. Shorthanded breakaway, 2-1. Odd man situation, ends up in the back of our net. We take a penalty. They score on it. Literally 3 odd mans in a 5-minute span. They scored 4 goals on it. So I think managing our game is the most important thing. And then we have to outwork the workers. Seattle is an unbelievably hardworking team. That's who they are. It's what their identity is. And when we've won and we've been successful, that's what we've been. So it's a challenge for our guys to up or compete.
You saw them last year as an assistant. So what's the biggest jump that you notice about them where they go from being expansion team to playoff contender this year?
Complete team game all through their lineup. I really feel like when we have playing well and we've won our games, we've looked the same. No team has a 50, 40, 30-goal scorer. Or maybe they're flirting with that, maybe Dylan. But you know what I'm saying? Like some of these other teams of the they rely on elite high-end guys to bail you out, outscore teams. That's not them. 4 lines, team game. I think they understand what they have to be successful. And I think it's a good example for a lot of teams in this league.